Pretty good. I gotta come see you. I want to get a meter down there.
We're freezing again, but then
Maybe there is. Yeah.
see you.
The kids were all playing outside. They wouldn't leave the pack down. I said, no.
I don't blame him. I don't blame
What's the happy bee?
That's pretty smart.
As soon as they get all that. Release flies.
She's gonna fire you.
Do I? You know, Jones was, the being was 159. He called the guy, Myers called the guy. He didn't have the parts. He was about to go to that parts. Yeah. That's my biggest thing.
Just came running in the door, right?
I know, because you were like 3 hours late.
Frank Crawford was just so, actually, Will was so interesting.
We got behind on the auditors, so.
Helped be the reason why we can't get the audit back now. Just say everything's peachy, we're good. This gives them
You'll figure it for
We'll send it to her. She's having problems saying hi yet. There he just walked into the room.
You're spreading your sickness and germs.
Oh, I swear it's just
He's got
lingering.
the coughs and the man was sitting back.
It's a 4-week cough.
He gets 2 chips and the motion.
I don't think this thing.
Samantha, you ready? Okay. Good evening, everybody. It's 5:30. Before I call the Airport Authority or the authority meetings together, Miss Samantha Roach from Faith Family Church is going to open us with a word of prayer, and we'll have a flag salute and carry on with the authority meetings.
Father, your word says that if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who giveth liberally and upbraideth not. We are asking you to give this council wisdom and understanding and direction for this city, and that it will be a blessing, and that our city will be a blessing to all that come to this town. We call in those who you have called to be a part of this town, and that they will be a blessing to us and we'll be a blessing to them. We ask you to bless all of the decisions that are made, that they will be in line with what you want this city to do and produce. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Join with me in a flag salute. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is 5:31 on Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. We call the El Reno Air Park Authority regular meeting to order with roll call vote, starting with Trustee Black.
Here.
Vice Chairman Jensen. Trustee Brothers. Here. Trustee Nethery. Here. Chairman Schaefer.
Here. Item C, consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine by the El Reno Air Park Authority will be enacted with one motion. Should discussion be desired on any item, that item will be removed from the consent agenda, considered separately. We have items 1 and 2.
Move to approve items 1 and 2.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote starting trustee Black.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jensen.
Yes.
Trustee Brother.
Yes.
Trustee Nethery.
Yes.
Yes. No items pulled. Item E, discussion items. Number 3, discussion, consideration, action, possible amendments regarding the acceptance of a grant from the Oklahoma Department of Aerospace and Aeronautics in the amount of $1,204,968 for construct multi-unit hangar and authorize the mayor to sign grant application and agreement. The project is 26-04.
So yes, we've been awarded a grant to construct a new multi-unit hangar complex at the airport. Grant award, as you mentioned, $1,204,968. It's 40% the share of the cost of the hangar. And the next 2 items are a discussion on that hangar.
Okay. Any other questions?
This is to accept the contract, the grant contract.
I make a motion to accept the grant contract of $1,204,968 for construction multi-unit hangar.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote starting trustee Black.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jensen.
Yes.
Trustee Brother.
Yes.
Trustee Nethery.
Yes.
Chairman
Yes. Item 4, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding task order number 13 to the owner-engineer agreement between the city and Park Hill for additional design, additional bidding, and construction phase services for construct multi-unit hangar, Hangar D, project, again, 26-04.
This is-
Continuation of the.
That's right. This is the task order for Park Hill for the engineering services for the construction of the multi-unit hangar. Task order cost is $164,250.
Okay.
Move to approve task order number 13.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote starting trustee Black.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jensen.
Yes.
Trustee Brother.
Yes.
Trustee Nethery.
Yes.
Chairman Schaefer.
Yes. Moving on to item 5, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding the award of project number 26-04, construct multi-unit hangar, the ODAA RQO 26-S, construct multi-use hangar. So the rest of the story.
That's right. And we received 3 bids for the construction of the hangar. Lowest and best bid recommendation from Park Hill Engineering is for W.L. McNatt and Company for $2,634,565.50.
I'll make a motion to approve contract with W.L. McNatt for $2,634,565.50.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call vote starting trustee Black.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jensen.
Yes.
Trustee Brother.
Yes.
Trustee Nethery.
Yes.
Chairman Schaefer.
Yes. Brings us to adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Adjourned.
Okay, it is now 5:35, and I call the El Reno Recreational Authority regular meeting of Tuesday, January 13th to order, starting with the roll call with trustee Schaefer.
Here.
Trustee Jensen.
Here.
Vice Chairman Brothers.
Here.
Trustee Nethery.
Here.
Chairman Black.
Here. Okay, brings us to the consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine by the El Reno Recreational Authority and will be enacted with one motion. Should any discussion be desired on any item, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. We've got items 1 through 3.
To approve items 1 through 3.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and second. Roll call starting with trustee Schaefer.
Yes.
Trustee Jensen.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Brothers.
Yes.
Trustee Nethery.
Yes.
Chairman Black.
Yes. That brings us to adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're done.
It's now 5:36. I call the El Reno Municipal Authority regular meeting of Tuesday, January 13th, 2026 to order. Roll call starting with trustee Schaefer.
Here.
Vice Chairman Black. Trustee Brothers.
Here.
Trustee Nethery.
Here.
Chairman Jensen.
Here. Brings us consent agenda. Following items are considered to be routine by the El Reno Municipal Authority and will be enacted with one motion. Should discussion be desired on any item, that item will be removed from consent agenda and considered separately. And we have items 1 and 2.
Move to approve items 1 and 2.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call starting with trustee Nethery.
Yes.
Trustee Brother.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Black. Trustee Schaefer.
Yes.
Chairman Jensen.
Yes.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. It's now 5:37, and I call the El Reno City Council regular meeting of Tuesday, January 13th, 2026 to order. Roll call, starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Here. Councilwoman Brothers. Here. Vice Mayor Black.
Here.
Councilman Schaefer.
Here.
Mayor Jensen.
Here. Awards and proclamations. I want to invite Pete Stepperfin up here, and we want to recognize Pete for 4 years of service as El Reno Council member for Ward 2. We've got a plaque for him. Come around there. It's been an honor to serve with you, and we appreciate your service and want to give you this plaque. And take your name with you. That way you don't forget who you are. So, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Brings us to consent agenda. Following items are considered to be routine by the El Reno City Council and will be enacted with one motion. Should discussion be desired on any item, that item will be removed from consent agenda and considered separately. Have items 1 through 9.
Move to approve items 1 through 9 on the consent agenda.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brothers.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black.
Yes.
Councilman Schaefer.
Yes.
Mayor Jensen.
Yes. Motion passes. Item G, audience participation. Anyone having an item of business to present to the City Council that does not appear on the agenda, please come to the podium at this time, state your name. You're requested to limit your presentation to 3 minutes. Any item being presented must pertain to the City of El Reno business. The Oklahoma Open Meetings Act prohibits the City Council from taking official action on requests made during this portion of the agenda unless otherwise noted on the agenda. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Moving on, we bring us to discussion items. Item 10, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding resolution number 26-035, a resolution of support for the construction of a new field house at Memorial Stadium with the El Reno Public Schools. I'll turn it over to Mr. Goucher.
Special meeting of the El Reno Board of Education for January 13th, 2026 is called to order. Item 2 is Board of Education to meet with the El Reno City Council to present, discuss the bond issue related to the multi-sport athletic complex. No action will be taken by the board at this meeting.
First of all, I would like to thank the City Council and the City of El Reno for our long-standing relationship in El Reno. I believe it's very unique that a public school and a city share responsibilities and the things that we do in El Reno. I think that's another reason why we have such a strong community in El Reno, and we're growing and continuing to get stronger and stronger. And so I'd like to thank you all for the support and our school board for what we do for the community and the kids of El Reno. I'm here tonight to ask for your support of our bond project that were approved by the voters in October. This is located at the east end zone of Memorial Stadium near the Gold Star Plaza, Old 66, and our goal is to create a beautiful building within the park and near Old 66 to complement the Gold Star Plaza, enhance the overall park, and fully meet the needs of our student athletes. So I have a short PowerPoint to show you what we're planning to build. I have the board here and my assistant superintendent and our architect, if you have any questions when we go through this PowerPoint, I will, this is the overall top view of the project or sky view of the footprint of, do I have a pointer on this?
I don't think it worked on the TV.
Okay. Well, you see the highlighted area that is the footprint of the multi-sports complex and the band room. Next is what it's going to look like if you're going west on Sunset and turning into the park, or just going west where our Gold Star Plaza is at, and what we think is going to be a beautiful multi-sports complex. This is the back of the multi-sports complex that will be facing the park. This is the inside of the complex that will be, I guess, viewed from the bleachers is kind of what this view would be. And you can see to the right of the screen is where the band building will be, and then the multi-sports complex. This is just a closer view of the multi-sports complex, the training facility. I think that's all of the PowerPoint. Is there any questions or anything you would rather, that you'd like to look at more?
Now, Matt, I just want to say thank you for coming out. And you know, years ago, whenever I was on the school board, we had the first joint city council school board meetings on the last bond issue that you guys are finishing up. And I just thought it was appropriate for the school board and the city to get together and have a resolution of support for the project that was supported by the voters so unanimously. And I mean, you guys are going to build a beautiful structure and building, and I mean, it looks nice, and I know the public's, you know, I think excited to move forward with the project. But as you know, the city is trustees of the Adams Park land and stuff. I thought it'd be appropriate for the city council to you know, be in support of the, you know, project.
Well, we appreciate you, Mayor Jensen, and those words, and we certainly understand, and I know Mr. Sandage and I have worked together to come up with the wording on the letter of support, and know that we've got many things that we need to negotiate in good faith, and we intend to do that.
Sure. Yeah. I don't foresee a lot of problems with any of that.
Move to approve Resolution 2635.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve Resolution 2635. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brothers? Yes. Vice Mayor Black?
Yes.
Councilman Schaefer?
Yes.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you.
Item 3, adjournment, possible consideration and vote regarding adjourning. Motion.
Motion to be adjourned. Second.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to adjourn. All of the board members, school board members in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. We're adjourned.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Matt.
guys. Thank you. Okay. Bring us to item 11A. To conduct a public hearing to rezone from Rural Agricultural District A1 to Suburban Agricultural District A2 for the property described as a tract of land located within the south half of northwest quarter of Section 33-13-6 west of Indian Meridian, Canadian County, Oklahoma, also addressed as 8960 North Banner Road, Yukon, Oklahoma.
The applicant withdrew this application, so no action is needed.
Okay, all right. So, and item B, since he's withdrawn that, that'll withdraw as well. So, okay, no action on that. Let's move to Does the same apply to 12A?
No,
That's a different property?
different property. yes,
Okay.
sir.
12A, to conduct a public hearing to rezone from rural agricultural district A1 to suburban agriculture district A2 with conditional use permit to allow for the use of manufactured homes for the property described as lots 5 and 6 of Sunflower Ridge, Canadian County, State of Oklahoma, according to the recorded plat thereof, also addressed as 16204 Sunflower Drive, Yukon, Oklahoma.
Thank you. The property owner is requesting to rezone this to continue the allowed use of manufactured homes. The reason for the rezone is to facilitate a lot split to meet our zoning regulations. The only additional note I have is it really needs to be residential estates. It was advertised as A2, but RE is a more appropriate zoning type, and the property owner is good with that. The Planning Commission recommended unanimous approval. We didn't have any objections from surrounding property owners.
So your recommendation is to change it from A1 to RE?
Yes, with the conditional use permit for the use of manufactured homes.
Any other questions? Comments? Is property owner here?
Yes.
Would they like to speak? You're good? Okay. They said you were quiet, so that's good. Any other questions, comments? Okay, I declare the public hearing closed. Item 12B, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments to approve ordinance 9394, an ordinance to rezone from rural agriculture district A1 to suburban agriculture district A2 with conditional use permit to allow the use of manufactured homes for property described as lots 5 and 6, Sunflower Ridge, Canadian County, State of Oklahoma. According to a recorded plat thereof, also addressed 16204 Sunflower Drive, Yukon, Oklahoma. Okay.
Move to approve zoning ordinance number 9394.
Second.
Did he say, sorry, suburban agriculture in your motion?
I did.
Is it going to be the
It
residential?
says suburban agriculture, that's what's listed here.
On the title, in the background, it does say rezone to RE zoning.
Oh,
The ordinance that Councilman Black moved forward says the RE.
sorry, I just want to make sure we have that one.
Is there a motion second?
Yes.
Roll call starting with Councilman Schaefer.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black.
Yes.
Councilman Brothers. Yes. Councilman Miller.
Yes.
Mayor Jensen.
Yes. Motion passes. Brings us to 13A, to conduct a public hearing regarding an appeal by LaWanda Irene Gore of the Administrative Code Hearing Officer's findings that the structure located at 308 South Foster is dilapidated, a public nuisance, and should be removed in accordance with 246-1C31 of El Reno, Oklahoma Code of Ordinances. I declare public hearing open. Emily?
Would you like me to introduce the item? Okay.
Yeah.
So 308 South Foster, that we're bringing this item to you to consider to uphold the Administrative Hearing Code Officer's findings that this is a dilapidated structure to be demolished. I won't go over the whole packet, so it's kind of long. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. I will just briefly note, we issued this NOV on October 3rd. There were 3 code hearings about this item, and it is still not brought up to code.
Any other questions or comments?
What were the issues at the most recent inspection?
Let's see. Inspection report. This one failed on 12/30. This one had an open trench. It was the plumbing issues. She called back for an inspection to be had, I believe, Monday, and she called yesterday to cancel it, and she said it's not ready.
Would you,
Not ready. I own the property at 308 South Foster.
would you please state your name
My name is
and
Melinda Eileen Gore.
your address for the record?
I live in Piedmont.
Okay.
That's all right. The 308 South Foster House had a tenant in it I had to evict, so that took me 30 to 45 days to get her out of there. That's neither here nor there. The trench she's talking about, I've dug up 3 or 4 times because it has had problems with it. But right now, I'm having problems that I left her a message on today because they won't hook water up to it so that I can determine if the water's good or not bad. The whole house is finished, but the water hasn't been checked and the heater hasn't been checked. So those are the 2 things that are still missing. Okay.
I have some, this particular house address, some history with it.
Oh, you do? Did you?
Yes.
Used to have something to do with it?
Well, I've been cussed out about that house from your tenant. They came up to City Hall in January of 2014 with the same issue because your plumbing's not
Right,
working.
that's what I'm digging up.
And it was not addressed.
Yeah.
The solution for the property owner to the tenant was to take the cleanout trap back because it lives on the house is on a slope. This is what happened. I went by and looked at it in January of 2024, 2 years ago.
Right.
And now it's come up, it looks in the same condition. The
No, it
tenant-
doesn't.
Well,
So you know.
the pictures that I saw with my very own eyes in 2024, your tenant let me in the house. I've got pictures from then.
Well, I got pictures from now if you'd like
Well,
to see.
that's fine.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it's been a continual problem.
Because of the
And
drain line.
it's brought, huh?
Because of the drain line, yes.
Well, you've chosen for 2 years not to do anything about it, and now
That's not true at all. I've dug
the
that drain line.
the drain wasn't working there, and your water was cut off then.
I understand that, and I have cleaned that drain line out several times. But you guys have got a big, huge, whatever this thing is that's in the middle of the road, that's down a hill and in a gutter that my tenant is trying to get to. And it's a problem over there. For me, it is a problem. It's a problem for that whole section. There's like 5 houses right there, and I own 4 of them. And they all have trouble with that. Recently, the corner house, I had to pay $6,000 to the plumber to get him to pump it uphill to go to the other drain line because this one is not working well. Okay?
Well, I don't appreciate getting called because a landowner is not
Well, in all
taking
fairness,
care of their properties.
she needs
And
to
you
be
look
out.
at, well, she is out. That person is out, and another one moved in. I don't know
nobody
who rents
is
your
living
houses.
there right now. Okay?
That's my comments about the property.
I had the opportunity to go by all of the properties that are listed today, and this particular house does not look anything like the photos that are in our packet. It's cleaned up, boards are gone, windows are repaired, no trash outside.
The only thing that's open is the drain line, and the reason the drain line is open is because I can't get water. I have 2 properties that went to quote-unquote, I'm not sure what you call it when it goes to y'all, but I have 2 properties they've been coming after me for. They won't, one of them, they let me turn the water on so I could get the water fixed. This one, they won't.
I will note she called today at 2:30 p.m. to try to establish.
No, I asked about it a month ago. I asked about the water a month ago.
It was supposed to be done by the 22nd of December.
I asked about it a
Totally
month ago.
accommodated
The
you.
last meeting I was here, I asked. I'm telling you, I
Miss
asked.
Sonia called today.
I did call again today, sure I did. Yeah, but I asked about it a month ago.
Okay. Any other questions?
The only thing wrong with that one is the drain line, and I need water turned on. I've got to have water, end of story. But I also have another one over here on Choctaw that I was given a report saying there was one thing wrong with it, and that was the vent from the hot water tank. So we sent a guy out today to inspect that one. Now I only have 6 things more, according to them, which I don't get. Once they give you a report, they should come back and do that same report, get rid of the problem, and go on. But now I have 6 things to do on that one. And that's the problem. I will tell you that the reports they're sending, whatever y'all are getting, are not true. I'm not hard to get along with, I'm not hard to deal with, I'm not hard to take care of things. But when they send a report saying that I'm rude or I'm hateful, I'm not rude or hateful. I'm just honest. And these have been a problem with the city. But this particular house has a drain line that I need to know if it's working. I've sent a plumber out there to fix it. I need to know if it's running or not. The rest of the house is done. The tubs are done, the faucets are done, everything else is done, but I've got to know if the water's working. and I'm,
Did you mention there was a heater issue on this property, or is that?
there is. The gas was turned on, but they didn't turn it on to the house. But it is on and it is working now. They haven't seen it yet. Okay?
When was that gas turned on?
The gas was turned on 2 months ago.
Why do you think it is we find ourselves here?
Well, for me, I have a lot of trouble with city management. I mean, I'm not trying to be tacky or rude, but I have trouble with, okay, this is her job, this is his job, this is his job, this is her job. I struggle with all of that. And I, as a citizen, don't know who I'm supposed to be going to. So there were, I mean, I don't, okay, I have 15 rent houses out here in El Reno, okay? So obviously I do maintain a few things, right? This one house has trouble with this drain line. It's had trouble. That particular girl, if you would like to see the notes on my phone from her cussing at me and her yelling at me, you would understand she's a problem, just so you know. But
Well, I've talked to her.
I know, but she's a problem. I'm telling you, she's a problem. I had to evict her to get her out. That's neither here nor there, but she's a problem. But anyway, my
And
trouble.
that was in October. I'm sorry, don't mean to interrupt. That was in October you got her out?
No, she was gone. He said that was 24.
So
This
she's
is
been-
25 or 26.
Okay, so that's been quite a while to get
And
things
it
fixed.
was running again, yes. And then somebody stuck some more towels back down the drain line again, and it got stopped up again. But my problem is my drain comes right off the bathroom, goes across the driveway, down the driveway, out into the street, goes down the street 150 feet, down the hill into the gutter to this big, huge main hole. That's the problem. And I may have to put another pump on it to get it to go to the new pump. I don't know what else to do. But my problem is that my houses were always in decent shape, and I've never had to deal with the city before, and I'm struggling with the city. Some of the comments on these reports and things that they put on here are just totally incorrect, totally incorrect.
It sounds like maybe you're struggling more with your tenants than the city.
On these 2 houses out of 15,
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah, that could be,
To
yeah.
be fair, these people have neighbors, right? Your rent houses have neighbors.
That house, nobody complained, but yes, they do have neighbors, yes.
Okay, maybe not to you.
Yeah, well,
right?
nobody, I take cards out to the people and
Yeah.
give them to them and tell them to call me.
Yeah.
And that's what I do as a realtor.
I just, it just feels like very last minute, 2:30 today.
Well, you have to
Like,
understand.
why not 2:30 yesterday?
I can't, number one, I cannot do this in 30 days. I can't do it in 60 days if I got a tenant in it. That's what I've been
So
given.
you've had a tenant in this house?
No, when I first got these, there were tenants in.
We're just talking about right now.
Okay,
You
there were
haven't had a
tenants-
tenant in this house for how long?
There was a tenant in there when they put a sign on the door, yes.
Which was when?
October.
Okay. And there hasn't been one since then?
No, I had to kick her out. It took me 45 days to get her out of the house.
So
I had
she-
to go to the court.
So she left when?
I don't know where she went.
Not where, when? When did she?
It took about 40 to 45 days to get her out of the house.
But was it October 1st, was it October 30th? Well,
I don't have that information.
well, the timing is important because now we're at the last minute. You didn't just have a day or two. We've had at least all of December, at least 30 days. And
But you
here-
can't clean up a rent house in 30 days.
Well-
Not if you want it right.
Fair, but
Okay.
it's 2:30 today. So you needed one more day?
Well, no, I needed them to give me water last month when I came in here and asked for it.
And so you asked on what day last month?
The 13th or 14th.
Okay, and there's a record of that.
Yes, and I've called, if you'll look in your notes, you'll see that I've messaged, I've called, I've
So you
messaged, I've called.
We'll say the
Yes.
13th of December you called and nobody got back to you for,
Well, no, the 13th was the meeting. So after that, I've called and I've messaged several times, yes.
to get the water turned back on?
Yes, not for the water, but for everything that they still need to do over there, yes, yes. I've messaged the city several times, and that's the problem I'm having. I don't get to a right person. I got a
But-
message on her
But
machine
the problems are on the supply, not on the supply side, but on the owner's side. All your plumbing problems are on your side of the drain.
And
It's
that would be
like-
fine if I could go put up $75 and get water, but they're telling me I can't. Which I got water that way on the other house. So they're doing one house, they're doing one thing, one house, they're doing another. They just keep changing their rules about what's happening. That's what's going on here.
Well, that's very inflammatory. That seems like it's personal attack towards you.
That's how I feel about it too.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's
well,
how I feel about it too.
I would argue that nobody's out to get you.
I argued on that. I was in here yesterday.
Yeah.
So I argued that then.
Yeah, 15 homes. You're not the only home in El Reno we're dealing with.
I understand.
Right?
But out of 15, I've only got 2. And
there's
I'm
hundreds of rental properties.
totally get you.
Right?
Totally
So-
get you.
So when one comes into
But
disrepair, as
when I
somebody
call
that has
Monday-
15 rental homes,
When
right?
I call
you know,
Monday and they don't send me somebody out till Friday, it's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Canceled your inspection.
I canceled 308 today, yes, because the heater wasn't ready. But it's running now. But at the time,
We said we would have the inspector meet you out there and utilities.
but you
to turn
wouldn't
on
give
the
me,
water
you wouldn't give me
tomorrow.
water. I'm not gonna go out there and spend $50 for somebody to come out and find out I've
Well,
got
you said
water
it was
leaks.
to check if you had a leak, so that's why utilities and our inspector would go out there.
But then I'm paying my $50. Then I'm turning around and paying another $50 for him
Well,
to
if we
go.
would have been there, we could have inspected it as it was turned on.
I don't think her guys work like mine do, but that's fine. Okay? But I have 2 houses. I lack on one, in my opinion, I don't lack anything. Because the only thing they did when they went out there last time was needed a vent out of the hot water tank. That got done. In my opinion, that house should be finished because that's the list I got. Okay? So, but they didn't come out today and finish it. So, this is the problem I'm having is the communication. And it's not just me. Just so you know.
We're only talking about you here.
I know that, but it's not just me. But these, like I say, one of them, all it lacked was the vent, other than now they're telling me I gotta do something else. And the other one lacked the water and the heat, which the heat's running, but the water's not. So, those are the 2 problems I've got with these 2 houses, okay?
Thank you.
Anything else?
I would consider just to have another look at it because it looks very, very different today than it did.
Yep, I'm going to close the public hearing now. Brings us to item B. Discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding Resolution 26-038, a resolution by the City Council of El Reno, Oklahoma, affirming a finding of a dilapidated structure at 308 South Foster, authorizing the measures necessary to demolish or remove such structure, and authorize the bringing of actions in district court necessary to abate such public nuisance, allowing mayor to sign documents associated to. Any discussion? We're out of public hearing, so.
To approve Resolution 2638, denying the appeal and upholding the demolition order.
Excuse me, did you just put on?
I made a motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call starting with Councilman Schaefer.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black?
Yes.
Councilman Brother? Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes. Brings us to item 14A, to conduct a public hearing regarding an appeal by LaWanda Irene Gore of the Administrative Code Hearing Officer's findings that the structure located at 1008 West Hayes is dilapidated, a public nuisance, and should be removed in accordance with 246-1C31 of El Reno, Oklahoma City Code of Ordinances. I declare a public hearing open. Emily?
This property was issued the NOV in October as well. There were 3 hearings. In 2025, there were 4 police calls. There's been 1 in 2026. We actually did another inspection today. That failed. Let me pull the report. It failed because of the railing on the back porch does not meet code. The kitchen sink is now leaking, which it was not previously. Rotting wood on the backside of the house, mouse, fecal matter, and roaches in the window seals and cabinet, stove, and mold and roaches present in a cavity wall and the abandoned wall heater. This is we were initially called to this property by Canadian County Sheriff's Department for an issue dealing with a violent sex offender, and upon their entrance into the house, it became a meth situation, and so they felt the conditions warranted for city code officials to go to the property.
Okay. Any question? Would you like to come up and address us, Irene, or not?
Just like the other one, I had a rule that were 2 things missing. This one just has 1 thing missing. They came out today to inspect the 1 thing, and now I've got 6 things to do. That's what I'm telling you. I'm having trouble with communication.
Well, as code enforcement lady, as the lady stated, yes, it may have passed whenever it was inspected.
It was Friday.
I don't know
passed with one
when
thing.
your last inspection was, but.
It was Friday.
But now it's failed, so.
That's what they're saying to it, because of a board and something else that somebody came up with today. But I did fix what was on the list that I got Friday, yes.
There are questions, comments?
I also looked at this house today, and it looks a lot different than the photos. They were actually working on it whenever I went by.
Plus, we were trying to fix the things they gave us today. No, I have not got a report today.
We were working on the pieces that they denied us for today.
You need, if you're going to speak, come up to the podium, state your name and address.
My name is Heather Collis, and I work on this property, and we have been working nonstop. And what they came out for today, they said that there was bugs. That's easy fix as a bomb, bug bombs. The mold that they stated that they just showed us seen, that's all been removed and painted and with kills. The door handle to the cellar has been fixed, and a clasp has been, and a lock has been put on it. The handrail that they stated on the back porch has been removed, but it come after 5 o'clock, so we had to leave. So tomorrow, when 8 a.m. comes, and we can go back over to the property, because we're only allowed from 8 to 5. We overstayed our welcome a couple of times, and the police has come out and ran us off because we weren't watching the time. So 5 o'clock ran, we had to go. And then, so tomorrow, we finished the rail, and there's a few other things that they had stated that needs to be fixed. And every time that they have gave us something, we have fixed it. I mean, we're trying. That house is nowhere near in the condition it was when I first stepped foot in it. Thank you. That's all I need to say.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Would anybody like to see the new pictures?
Everything on here, that was the original inspection problems, again, going back to October.
It's been repaired,
Has
except
been
for the
repaired.
few things they gave us today, and that's only the porch and something else. There was,
So water's working, sewer's working, electrical's all buttoned up, rotted fascia, properly cleaned up.
so is the one y'all just denied.
Not quite.
Just the heat, but it's on now. And the water, that's all I lack is the water. So that's, to me, a denial for water. I mean, I don't know what you're looking at, pictures you're looking at. If you're looking at ugly pictures of this house, I would like to pass out the pictures that I have on the house, if you would like them. Because they're not anything like that.
These are pictures dated October 2nd
That means nothing. This
of 25.
that's the first house.
This is Hayes.
Yes, and here's the interior of Hayes. Here's all the here's all the pictures inside. This is a new water leak they found today that I gotta fix, okay? But everything else looks clean. Same way with my house on 308. Can I show you?
Windows fixed?
Yep, windows fixed, yes.
Brand new doors on it, front and back, both locked, both are stable. I mean, it's been, the carpets need clean, but other than that, I mean, it looks pretty decent.
They've both been vacant since around the first of November.
You still have duct tape holding your sewer line together?
No. I don't have any duct tape anywhere. Here's the other one. Here's the one on Hayes. These are as good pictures they came from Brian. I've had a guy working on this one and a guy working on the other one. But this is the one on Hayes.
That's the one we're talking about. 1008 West.
No, this is 308. This is 308. The one I just showed you was Hayes. But this is 308 Foster. You can see that all the rooms are clean. The carpet's ready. I mean, it's got new carpet, it's got new tile. It's got everything going in. Anybody else want to see a picture? Did you want to see them?
Well, I can look at them. It would have been appropriate if you'd done all this work for you to bring us copies of all
Of the
of this.
pictures, I know. Yes, I do.
No, I mean, that'd be proper procedure.
It would be, yes, and I'm new to
You know, I
this.
mean,
Forgive me.
well, I mean, I don't know how new you are to this or not.
I've been owning rent houses for 30 years.
Well-
I've not had to deal with the city.
Well, you have had to deal with the
No,
city
I've
on,
not had to
on,
talk
on
city.
308 Foster. We're not
Yes.
talking, we're in public
Yes.
hearing on,
Yes.
on 11 or 1008
Yes.
Hayes. But I've had personal experience with your properties and the same you know, we're 2 years later and you're
I had
just now,
that
and you're
fixed.
just now,
No.
no, you didn't have it
Yes,
fixed.
I did.
It's the same problem
No,
going on.
It's also been fixed. It's been repaired more than once. That
Well, you're-
property drain has been repaired. Yes. That's what you're
Then why,
telling me.
then why are you back into, if it was repaired properly, why are
Because
you
somebody
back
stuck-
into to doing the same issue
Because somebody
again?
stuck
I mean, I drove by the property and it looked same state to me that it looked like in,
This is 308. This is the interior of
well,
308.
we're not talking, we're on,
Okay.
we're
Well,
on
That
1008
one's gonna have
Hayes.
to be appealed, I guess, but yeah, yeah. And the problem is, it's been repaired, and it's been repaired. I need a new city, whatever thing that is. That's what I need. And I did request them, the very first night I was here, I requested them to come cut the trees down out of that burial place, because we couldn't get to it.
Are the trees on your property?
No, but I can't get to the meter to get the things fixed, because it's down at, have you been down where that's at?
Yes.
And so you've been down that
Oh,
alley?
on into to where the sewer line is?
Yeah.
No, I've not been down
No,
there.
well, you need to,
Okay.
because that's a problem for that block. Okay.
Any other questions?
I have a question about the financial impact portion. On all of these, it states that the city will have upfront costs of demolition costs. However, the city's costs can eventually be recovered via lien and foreclosure of lien or sale of the property. Do we have some numbers of what that's gonna look like?
I would say, just on a rough estimate for the size of these properties, probably around the 7,000 range. 7,000 to 8,000 for demolition. The demolition lien is put on the property and whenever we order it to be demolished. And then once the costs come in from the contractors, then that's added to those liens. Lindsay certifies it. We send notice to the property owner demanding payment essentially. And then the statute in our ordinance requires a 6-month waiting period before we can move forward with foreclosure. So if they have 6 months to pay. If they don't, then the statute allows the city to foreclose it and force it to a sheriff's sale essentially, or they can still pay the lien off.
Okay.
Any other questions? I declare the public hearing closed. Brings us to 14B, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding Resolution 26-040, resolution by the City Council of El Reno, Oklahoma, affirming and finding of a dilapidated structure at 1008 West Hayes, authorizing the measure necessary to demolish or remove such structures and authorize the bringing of any actions in district court necessary to abate such public nuisance, allowing mayor to sign documents associated. Any discussion?
I don't need help on the very first motion, but I'd like to extend her, I'd like to give her another 30 days.
Okay, so procedurally, this is an appeal, so, if you want to give her 30 more days in front of code enforcement, then the motion would be to grant the appeal and remand to code enforcement for an additional 30 days.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to grant the appeal, send it back to code enforcement for another 30 days.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
No. Councilman Brothers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black?
No.
Councilman Schaefer?
Yes.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Okay. Brings us to 15A, to conduct a public hearing regarding an appeal by the estate of Frankie Adair and Askie Childs of the Administrative Code Hearing Officer's findings that the structure located at 619 West Clark Street is dilapidated public nuisance and should be removed in accordance with 246-1C31 of City of El Reno Code of Ordinances. I declare public hearing open.
Staff feels this property poses a major threat to the public safety and welfare of the community. From 2021 to 2024, there have been over 40 calls for service to the police department. It's been condemned in October of 25, March of 24, September of 23, and we also found a demo sign-off form that was initiated in 2024, but that process we kind of had to start over due to it being a past staff member. And so it had already been forth for demolition in the past. There have been 5 total notices of violation since 2019 for trash and inoperable vehicles.
Any other questions?
My name is Askie Childs. I live at 619 West Clark Street.
I'm Brian Buswell, attorney for Askie Child. I'm for the state of Frankie Adair, I'm sorry.
Well, today I hear they stating that my house is a nuisance. My house is not a nuisance in my eyes. You know, I understand with trash and everything, I don't have trash around my premises. I cleaned up my property before they came in and took everything. I had moved cars up out of there before then, plenty of cars. And this big dump day, I put a whole lot of trash on the curb. You know, I'm doing work on the outside, you know, trying to bring everything up, you know, putting new windows in and things. You know, I just, you know, trying to get things up after losing my pops and everything. But it's like, I don't know, I just got hand down on.
What you're seeing there, Mayor, that's the abatement. We had a hearing on the 8th, and I appeared, Mr. Childs did not appear. And they showed some pictures at the time, which I believe you've got in your documents there. It shows a whole bunch of stuff in the yard. And they showed me those pictures. I said, well, I didn't see any of that stuff. I saw his yard, but I didn't see any of that stuff except for the vehicles. And we had a discussion about the vehicles because she said you can't be park vehicles on the grass. There wasn't any grass on the place to begin with. There's also mentioned in the recommendation about this motorhome, which I looked at it, said it is supposed to be back 20 feet from the road, which it was. I mean, it was behind this fence, which it didn't like. I'm sorry, asking you.
And another thing, she stated that a lot of cops being called at the residence. there has been no law enforcement call on my behalf. I mean, what other people may got going on, I can't prevent them that type of things. But me, myself personally, I don't have no trouble at my residence at all.
Do you live at this residence?
Yes, sir. I was born and raised at this residence.
Mr. Buswell, remind us where the probate's at?
We haven't had a hearing, we got a hearing in February.
What kind of hearing?
The final hearing, final count is a special, Mr. Childs is the special administrator for the estate.
Janice, I'm telling you, will you tell me what that means?
Sure, so, Mr. Childs
Yes, ma'am.
is not the current owner of his property. His father is the record owner, so I understand that Mr. Buswell is the estate's attorney, and he's processing the probate.
And so February
at
is
this
when
point.
he would become the
When
property owner.
when it's supposed to close the probate, I don't know who is the heir to the property.
We'll ask you.
I am.
I don't know anybody else it is, we'll find out. On a special administration, or, you set a date out for like 30 days, because there's not a lot of property, so you just, have, there's not a lot of objection that will take place that one day, rather than have like different hearings throughout the whole year, like after 6 months. But what can happen is, because the roof was replaced, 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lien on the roof for that, which that would have to be paid out of the estate. And then if there's any other heirs that pop up in between, then they could also come in there. But so far, I haven't heard anything from anybody. That's the estate part. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I'm trying my best to bring everything up to update the code to better windows and everything. And I'm almost about there. I mean, my house is not, falling apart. It's not a dump or nothing like that. It's a home.
So why are the police and sheriffs, why are they all being called repeatedly? I mean, you say you have nothing to do with it, but
yeah, I don't-
you live in the property, it's your property, or it's your house, but why are they coming? Are people that you're letting live there? I mean, I'm having a little trouble wrapping my mind around why they're coming over if everything is on the up and up and things are.
I can probably explain some to you, but if it's don't got my name to it, I can't recall of why they have came to that, for the situation. But if the situation was with me, sir, I could explain that to you. But if I wasn't there on that time, I can't say what happened because I got family. You know what I mean? So if something happened with my brother, my sister, or somebody come there and they have a situation, that's, you know what I'm saying? I can't say about that if I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Because I got brothers and sisters too.
So when law enforcement came by, you were never there.
Most of the time I'll be there. I mean, if I'm there,
You just didn't have any idea why law enforcement was coming by your house.
If I know they came by there, I could tell you why they came by. But
well, you're telling me that you could tell us that why they came by, and you're also telling us that you have no idea why they came by.
Well, when I was there when they came by this time, I was outside working at the time, and they came by about some mats that this guy took from. He was on that Reno Happening for stealing these mats. He took them and he came by my house and dropped them in my yard, and he had warrants at the time too, and they dropped him off back at home, and then came back and kicked my door 3 days later over the mats that I had no recall of having or nothing about, and that's the honest truth. That's what that situation was about. That right there.
So all the police, I went through all the reports just to see what was going on. I didn't see anyone that was accusing him of anything. He called in one for assault and battery, I think. That wasn't him assault and battery, it was somebody else doing something, I don't know. But none of the things are about him as a perpetrator. The only time was this last bit with the knock and enter, yeah. And I looked at I went and see Judge Gass today just to figure out why he gave the search warrant, because I mean, you don't do it for no reason, right? And there was a bunch of information there. I went over it with Mr. Childs, and he knows one of those guys. The other guy, he has no idea who he is, and that was something that this guy that he knows did something with him. But I understand what your point is. He's not.
I mean, there's got to be a reason why the police are always coming by. I mean,
I asked that question because why?
Maybe it's because the house is on a corner. I don't know. But are they running by there to hide? I don't understand. But typically, whenever the police are coming by, the behavior and activity that is with the associated property, it's not proper behavior.
I understand that.
For our city, and it's not safe. It's not safe to the neighbors. It's not safe to the community.
Yes, sir, and I understand that. I don't do nothing out of the way to harm anybody. And at no time, I work every day. I work hard every day. I take care of my properties. I don't bother nobody. That's all I do. I mean, I like my freedom. You know what I mean? I don't mess around by any means necessary.
Speaking of that, there were some things, because I'm not familiar with the mayor, I'm sorry, just not my venue. But they took some mowers that he used to mow people's lawns. They took this big storage container that had a lot of ammunition and some weapons in it that was locked on the property. And no idea where all this stuff went, no idea where the vehicles went. I called the next day to find where's it going, and basically got told it was taken to the dump. And he was telling me, well, no, because this one guy took some tire rims and just put it in his pickup truck and drove it. I don't know.
Yeah, I had rims there. I had all the cars they took off my property was my vehicles that I used. The other cars I've been removed. I was working on cleaning up my yard at that time when they came up to my property. So I understand, but if stuff is laying all everywhere, and my yard was cleaned up.
Is that policy?
So the proper procedure is when you get the notice of violation initially, and it has, for instance, junked or inoperable vehicles or other trash and debris, the onus is on the property owner to come to the first administrative hearing and present to the code enforcement officer what he or she disputes is junked or inoperable or trash and debris, or request that code enforcement officers go back out and, tag things. And so that was not done here. And so the administrative hearing officer ordered that the property be abated with regard to the junk and inoperable vehicles. And with regard to those vehicles, the process is they're towed just like a vehicle would be towed in any other circumstance, and then it's kept for 30 days and they inventory it and those types of things. The junk and debris, it is policy that it goes to the dump. We hire junk removal companies, and that's what happens, so.
I'm his girlfriend, and my car was also towed, and I drive it daily.
State your name.
My name is Cassie Seaman. My car is operable, driven daily, and it was towed.
My truck was operable too. It's still in the impound.
That's the issue, really, Mary. I mean, I understand getting home. Well, there was some, when I went the day after the hearing, I went to the house to see what they were talking about, because I couldn't see on the pictures they were showing me. I hadn't seen that. And I went to look at it, and it wasn't the same. There was a lot of stuff that was gone. But I never expected that the next day they would just graze it like a desert. There was nothing there. And I saw some, they were stacked neatly in the back. I saw a lawnmower, but I didn't, the bunch of junk that was in the pictures that you've got was significantly gone. I can't say it was all gone.
Yeah, I took cars up out of there, but before that, I got rid of like 3 or 4 cars at one time, stacked them up, and they got up out of there on top of a lot of loose junk that was around. I cleared out all of it on Big Dump Day. So the things that when they came to my property and they took the things that I used to work with, 100% of it. I mean, everything. They took everything I had.
Well, I think one of the keys is if you're getting noticed by the city, you need to go to those hearings. You need to come in and talk.
Understand.
And whenever people don't show up, it means, looks like to me that they don't care. They don't, they don't care about their property. They don't care about cleaning it up. I mean, this property has been back and forth in condemnation for many years. And it's noticed and then, you may get noticed on your door, but it has been known that you take the notices off and haven't had any regard to why you're being noticed or whatever, and just keep going. I think that's why we're here tonight.
Mr. Buswell and Ms. Ritchie, was there a request for inspection after December 8th? No, we haven't had any inspection requests.
No,
Has there been any? No permits have been. Okay, thank you.
I did a lot of work to my property. I mean, you couldn't even see my house at one point. Everything I did by myself, and that's what I do, you know what I mean? I started working at my house when my pops was still here and barely getting around, I do all my work myself. Like I say, no hand, no help, none of that, and only thing I can do is try my best at it, but I got other properties that I take care of in town too, because I'm the only one to take care of these properties, excuse me. And sometimes it gets hard, and this just makes it even harder for me, because now I got to start all over, because I don't even got a stick to rake the grass with now, So that hit me real hard. So I take that as what it is, and I'm trying to move on with it.
Any other questions, comments? I declare the public hearing closed. Brings us to 15B, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding Resolution 26-039, resolution by the City Council of the City of El Reno, Oklahoma, affirming and finding of a dilapidated structure at 619 West Clark Street, authorizing measures necessary to demolish or remove such structure, and authorize the bringing of any actions in district court necessary to abate such public nuisance, allowing the mayor to sign documents associated. Any discussion?
First abatement.
You had
over, so that, I'm sure that's a process.
Move to approve resolution 2639.
Is there a second? Motion made and seconded. Approve resolution 26-39. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes. Councilman Brothers? No. Vice Mayor Black?
Yes.
Councilman Shaver?
No.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Brings us to motion carries, yes. Motion carries. Brings us 16A, to conduct a public hearing regarding an appeal by Yin Win of the Administrative Code Hearing Officer's findings that a certain structure located at 110 North Bickford is dilapidated, public nuisance, and should be removed in accordance with 246-1C31 of the City of El Reno Codes and of Ordinances.
Can I table this before we get a public hearing?
Can I table it now and have it back next month?
I think we need to have the public hearing, and then on the discussion item, the appropriate action, one of the appropriate actions would be to table.
And if we have public hearing now, we don't have to come back to public hearing and stuff. So I declare public hearing open.
With this property, staff is bringing it to this body for consideration. We've worked with the property owner in trying to do what we can to avoid the demolition state. But at this point, we just kind of need some guidance from you all on how we want to proceed with this property. We obviously want to preserve the property if we can, but due to the structural engineer report we reviewed and just the conditions when we did our walkthrough inspection with the building inspectors and fire marshal, it is very unsafe, and so we just feel we need to get guidance on how to get it up to code, or at least safe, as quickly as possible. So that's why we're bringing it in to listen to her appeal.
Elevated based on the safety issues, so elevated to this level, because we have a responsibility to preserve public safety.
Sure. Okay.
Hi. Yes, my name is Yan. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. So Japan receiving the violation, I tried to fix everything that I could. Immediately the week after, all the cleanup, all the secure, I locked front door, back door, they've always been locked because it's a vacant building. It's always been locked. So I do the best I could there, and I have pictures of the cleanup if you needed to see. Right here is the cleanup pictures that doing the work, basically. And then at the last administrative hearing, I was requested, or I was instructed to do 3 things. So I was given 3 things to do is to replace the broken glass windows. Like these are giant store glass front. They're like twice my size and longer, a lot longer than me. And then the other one was to do the, get an updated engineer report. And then the last one is to secure the cast dome above the building, which is this one right here. And as you can see, it has like a little cap already here holding it in together. But so I did the glass, the replacement on December 10, and I have the receipts and the pictures for that. Here's the pictures of the glass window that's basically before. This is not on the item that needs to be repaired, but I'll repair it anyways. And then this is the broken glass window at the storefront, and I replaced it, and same thing with that one. So these are the broken one, and that's replaced. This one is boarded up still because I haven't had a chance to remove them, but it can be removed. And then the other one was the engineer report. So I got the engineer report back on December 29th, which is maybe 2 weeks ago. Due to the holidays and back to back, it gets a little bit delayed. So I finally got the engineer reports on the 29th. And I have to do some clarification about the engineer report. That's because it's connected to the cast stone that repairs. So then I sent the, and then so I have to request the engineer to come out yesterday, because the cast stone is a special item that not just anybody can just go in there and repair it or secure it. So the company requesting to have an engineer report to show that it's safe, for them to work on, and then also to tell them how to secure it. So my engineer came out yesterday and gave us like a structure or a little guidance on how to repair it, which is right here. And so I just sent this paper to the restoration company this morning, and still waiting on that. And so as of this time, I'm requesting if I can get more time, an opportunity to work and repair this, secure this cast stone. It is not, I'm not saying like it's not safe. I'm just saying like it's currently holding together by a metal plate.
What's the metal plate attached to?
To the metal beam behind it.
Okay.
So, and that was recommended.
Because, I mean, that's a concern if that falls out and strikes somebody in the head, because it's very high
Right,
up.
it is,
I mean,
it is very high. I agree
it'd be
to
very
that.
detrimental.
Right, so I'm gonna try to get, to work on it as soon as possible. So I just need a little time to work on that. So at the end of that, I request if we can just help me remove, once I'm done with the last item on the list here, if I can just be, removed from the condemned list, so that way I can proceed with my next plan for the building.
Who's your restoration company?
Oh, you mean like the cast stone or the cast stone person?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I spoke to, sorry, I'm a little nervous, so give me a second to think.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of people.
And your involvement in the property, but.
He's my general contractor.
Okay.
But it's Renaissance, so I reached out to Renaissance Restoration, which is like way back when I first got this whole situation, but they say, no, I can't do anything until, I get the engineer report. And so that's one, and then I spoke to Midwest Continental Restoration, and they're specialized in historical restoration of those cast stones. That's all they do. And so I met them on January 6th to walk the building and talk to them about everything. And so I just sent them the picture of it this morning.
What's your long-term plan, or really near-term plan, because it needs to be addressed in the
right,
near
so-
term, not long-term? You've had the building for a little while, and
I agree to that. There was I plan to fix it, but there were family situations that keep happening. So, but it got clearer, and recently it has got better. So I was planning to start fixing it this year. And then this happened a little bit earlier, but I mean, it's kind of go with the plan, I guess. But my long-term plan for it and the vision I have for that building would be like to have office space, and there's a big space up there that's really beautiful, and was thinking for it to be like I don't know, like an event center, things that people can get together, because once you open those glass windows, they can see the whole downtown. And also, the back of it is Rock Island. And then the second floor would be residential. And then the bottom two floors, ideally, I want it to be like retail spaces. That would bring, that would support work for the people that's living on the top floor. And also, if we get restaurants or even like my thought would be, if I can, or I'm gonna try my best to attract or try to do it where like a food court, but small section where there's other people that have their own food, kind of like the assemblies that we have in downtown. Then that will provide it for more business to thrive. And then with that being there, the people at the top can also work downstairs as well. And my long-term goal for as far as like finance, there's other, working on private investors. There's grants that I have already applied to. Right now too, I have a list of the grants that I'm working on as well, and I have someone that's helping me with the grants applications as well, and then also my own funding as well. And the last things that I have about the back of the building, which I kind of like, because behind that building is the CD parking lot. And so if we can do like movie theaters, weekend movies, that, drive-through movies for the CD to gather around, that would be really great. Because my husband and I used to drive down here and checking on the building a lot, but due to family situation, we haven't gone here for a while. But on the weekend, there's no one here. The CD street is very vacant, and it looked kind of, for me, I feel like we need more people to downtown. And so with this is going, it would attract more. But it's not something that I can turn around and go, hey, let's get this done in one day, because I do house remodeling, and it takes me about 3 months to get it done if I get the right people, right contractors in there. If I don't get the right contractors in there, it might take me a week. And I had one that's really bad with like so many issues, and I'm still on it right now and try to wrap it up. But with this building, it's like 20,000 square feet. It's not going to take me 3 months to do it. I can't say, I'm not going to say like I'm going to finish it in a year, but I'm going to try to do my best. And with George right over there, he's really good. He's really nice. He's very helpful. I think, you know, with us working together, we can get a lot more accomplished.
I think the key is to get it structurally safe and sound.
Right.
And-
Right now,
but
it
do
is
step
structurally
one, and that needs to happen pretty quick.
Right, so that's, well, I can say right now, it is structurally safe and sound. Once that block or that concrete stone is fixed, that cast stone is fixed, it will be structurally safe and sound. Everything is secure and locked. I had my contractor, my handyman outside today try to re-secure some of the stuff that we kind of temporarily put on, but we have locked the fence in the back, we locked the fence in the front, so everything is locked up. Nobody can enter that building, so it's basically considered public safe, minus that pending cast stone.
So procedurally, just to make sure the council is aware, this property was noticed as a dilapidated structure and as an abandoned building already. And so there's two, legally under the statute, there's two separate lists, dilapidated structures and abandoned buildings. And so under the abandoned building statute, the city can take action to abate immediate public safety issues. So the cast stone, for example, could be abated by the city, and then we move forward with the lien process. So all of the work that's done by the city, whether it's you know, to secure the building or fire or police services, those types of things, a lien is placed on the building while it's still being worked on. So that's already happened in this case, and I think just to kind of expand on what Emily said, I think from a staff perspective, this was elevated to this council's level because of the public safety issues. Of course, the sidewalk is right there, and so I think the city, you know, is open to some liability if we don't get this shored up. And with the structural engineering report that came back, unfortunately, this building has sat abandoned for so long that it is at a critical point where if things don't happen quickly, in shoring up the structure, the only option is going to be demolition, because it's sat there so long without any work being done to it. So that's, again, why this was brought to the city council's level after the property owner appealed. So I can answer any procedural questions if you have them when we go out of the public hearing, but I just want to make sure you all are aware of the notice of violation that was sent here.
Okay. Any questions?
Oh, just a picture of the building was clean and completed.
Any other comments?
Why haven't you done anything on this until now? I mean, you've had it for, what, about 5 or 6 years?
4 to 5 years, yes. So when we first started, honestly, when I first started, I purchased it because I liked the building, and then I purchased the one next door because it's a smaller scales, and so I was gonna try to do something about the one next door to turn it into, you know, like, once I get that going, get a tenant in there, get that going, I'm gonna try to borrow loan from there and then fix this building and worked on. But unfortunately, I didn't get lucky enough. I got, didn't get lucky enough, so that didn't turn out right. So then I was kind of struggle try to, you know, get this thing going. But as time goes on, funding is better for me, and I learned more strategies on how to get funding as well. So it is more comfortable for me right now to be able to do it.
Okay. Any other comments? While we're still in public hearing? Okay, I declare public hearing closed. Brings us to item B. Discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding Resolution 26041, resolution by City Council of the City of El Reno, Oklahoma, affirming a finding of dilapidated structure at 110 North Bickford, authorizing measures necessary to demolish or remove such structures, authorize the bringing of any actions district court necessary to abate such public nuisance, allowing the mayor to sign documents associated.
This property owner seems to be on the right track. She's got the structural engineer to say how to fix the front. She's got 2 potential contractors that now have instruction. So I'm gonna make the motion to table this for 30 days. Either that she either has the people in place and it's gonna get done very quickly, or the city can potentially abate and file the lien under the abandonment structure. And also 30 days to see continued work and improvement. I agree things should have been done years ago, but we haven't lost this one yet. And we have a property owner who seems to be smart. She knows what she's doing. She's got a good team. She has some resources. And let's see where we are in 30 days. I move to table.
I'll second that.
Motion made. Lindsay, you get all that motion?
Make sure I'm putting her how smart she is.
I do want to clarify, you're authorizing city staff to abate any
I am
immediate public.
authorizing
Okay.
abatement of
And
immediate public safety, either by the city or by supervising the property owner.
Okay. And just procedurally, so everybody's clear, a motion to table comes back before this body.
Yes.
We're not going back to code enforcement. The 30 days is coming back on this agenda.
And then we'll see where we are in 30 days as to where it goes next. Okay?
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes.
Councilman Brothers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black?
Yes.
Councilman Schaefer?
Yes.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Motion passes. Brings us to item 17. Discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding ordinance number 9395, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of El Reno, Oklahoma, Code Chapter 142 regarding the residential building code, requiring a minimum roof sheathing thickness of 5/8 inches, limited to plywood or OSB, limiting maximum roof framing space to 24 inches on center, providing for repeal or providing for severability, and declaring an emergency. Emily.
Thank you. This ordinance is kind of a three-parter, but it's to update our minimum roof sheathing requirements for residential. We're proposing that we have a minimum thickness of 5/8 inch for it to be plywood or OSB. Other alternate materials may be approved, but we would have to see certain engineering reports and all that. And we're requiring the spacing to be limited to 24 inches max from center to center. We feel this is a good standard to ensure durability and quality from the beginning. OSB and plywood is kind of the industry standard anyway, and then we just feel like the 5/8 inch just puts that extra durability and assurance in there, so.
Any questions for Emily?
Oh, and I'm sorry, for now, we just have it going to new roofs at this time, so not any repairs or replacements.
Okay. All right. Okay. Any questions? Discussion?
Move to approve ordinance number 9395.
Motion made and seconded to approve ordinance 9395. Roll call starting with Dr. Schaefer.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black? Yes. Councilwoman Brothers? Yes. Councilwoman Nethery? Yes. Mayor Jensen?
Move
Yeah.
to declare ordinance
Yes,
number
yes, I need to vote yes.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to declare an emergency. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes. Councilwoman Brothers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black? Yes. Councilman Schaefer?
Yes.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Brings item 18, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding resolution 26-036, resolution of support for the placement of a blessing box at the Northwest Community Center.
So the Wesley United Methodist Church has their blessing box program where they have boxes around town that have food products within them. They are proposing to put one, and would like to put one at the Northwest Community Center over on Grand City property. They're requesting I suggested a resolution of support, and we placed that, and we're looking, somewhere near the southwest corner of that property.
Okay.
Move to approve resolution number 26-036.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call starting with Dr. Schaefer.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Black?
Yes.
Councilman Brothers?
Yes.
Councilwoman Henry?
Abstain due to perceived conflict.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Item 19, discussion, consideration, action, and/or possible amendments regarding Resolution 26037, resolution of support for the 2026 Burger Day event.
So the El Reno Main Street is really formed as the Historic Downtown El Reno Foundation, and they are wanting to proceed with Burger Day 2026, and so this is a resolution of support for the event.
Move to approve resolution 2637.
Motion made and seconded to approve resolution 26037. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes. Councilman Brothers? Abstain. Vice Mayor Black? Yes. Councilman Schaefer?
Yes.
Mayor Jensen?
Yes. Brings us to reports. I don't have much, but just want to wish everybody a happy new year. And 2026 is going to be a big year with the centennial of Route 66 and centennial of Highway 81 coming through town. It's also America's 250th celebration. And that's, it's going to be a really big deal. The State Department of Commerce and estimates over 6 million travelers to be traveling Route 66 this year. We're already seeing a lot of travelers. We've had over 4,000 stop at the filling station. Obviously, a lot of travelers, not everybody stops, but people from 68 countries, all 50 states have stopped, and more are coming. And I think it's really a big deal in El Reno, not just El Reno, but the state. It's going to be just a big year. And, you know, El Reno's going to be open. We're going to be welcoming to our travelers and visitors. And I'm really looking forward to all that's going to go on in town. And people, I've talked to a lot of people from different countries, different states just traveling, and they're looking forward to it. They're enjoying. We talked to a couple from Wisconsin just a day or two ago that had stopped, and they were just, you know, enjoying the history that Route 66 has, but just the, you know, they've complimented the people in town how welcoming they are, and just, you know, they talk to you. A lot of places from where other people are, they just, you know, they don't care to talk. They don't, you know, ask about their lives, where they're from, where they're going. And so I just encourage everyone to reach out to, because we'll, you know, and a lot of people may not even be speaking our language. But anyway, I want to personally wish everyone a safe and prosperous new year. Look forward to all that's going to go on. That's all I've got. I'm on the council. Heather, nothing? David?
I'm good.
Brian? I wanted to take just a minute to publicly just say we have a lot of great residents in El Reno, have through the years. We lost one of El Reno's favored sons recently in Harvey Pratt. And many of you in this room may have known Harvey. If you ever had a chance to meet him, you'd never forget him. But a great man, Cheyenne Chief, who was laid to rest in Gary earlier this past week, I guess. And if you don't know, write the name down. His son Nathan, hopefully, is going to be prominently featured in some art here on Route 66 in town. But Harvey had an opportunity to design and build a Native American War Memorial on the Mall in Washington, D.C. And it's an amazing thing, and El Reno, you know, famous for it, and we're gonna miss Harvey.
That's right. Matt?
I will echo that sentiment. I have seen the art on the mall in Washington, D.C. That is very impressive. I also want to echo the mayor's sentiment on this year. We're off to a good start. Next week, we're going to be hosting a group of leaders from all over the state of Oklahoma through Oklahoma Municipal League. It's the community CLD Community Leadership Development class. And so this is, I think it's maybe our 4th time to host over the last decade or so. So it's always, they have one class per year, and there's several graduates within municipal staff that have gone through that training. And so it's just an honor to be able to host them here in El Reno. That's next week. And then the next week, we will have El Reno Now, the guest speaker, and we'll have Canadian County, talking about the Canadian County Courthouse. So that is on January 28th. And then we've got some stats to talk about EMS service. Is that? We are continuing to move forward. We have great run times with our EMS service. We've got the new ambulance, our fourth truck now in service, which is our backup truck, but it has been, if you'll see, it's a van. You'll see it around town. So we're averaging just over 7.5 minutes, somewhere in there, for our priority 1s and priority 2 calls. That's all I have.
Okay, thanks. Tim?
All right, you received the sales tax numbers at the workshop meeting last week, so I'll just show you the pretty chart, show you what we discussed right there instead. And again, just with sales tax, use tax combined, it came in about where it should for the month. And also heard from Crawford Associates say at a seminar I was at today that a lot of Oklahoma communities were in the same position we are with their sales tax receipts, so we're definitely not alone in what we're experiencing.
Broadband. Oh, Zach's coming.
Well, we crossed 500 or 700 customers. Sorry, I don't want to downplay that. And we're still growing. We had an uphill climb from the customers that we lost due to some competition, but we're still gaining customers in those areas. So we're excited about that. Splicing's underway at the Rock Island Water Tower Shelter and also down Rock Island. So coming to you soon.
When's it coming to me?
You too. I just hear from him a lot. He
I
calls a lot.
know.
Power at the new shelter will hopefully be done by Friday. That's what OG&E says. Then gas will follow after that. And then our membership with NCTC application is in process. Then there'll be more information to come on that as far as TV service and eventually mobile. So that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Move to adjourn into executive session?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn the executive session. Roll call starting with Councilwoman Nether.
Yes. Councilman Brothers? Yes. Vice Mayor Black? Yes. Councilman Schaefer? Yes.
Yes.
second, to come out of executive session, roll call starting with Councilwoman Nethery.
Yes. Councilwoman Brothers? Yes. Vice Mayor Black? Yes. Councilman Schaefer? Yes. Mayor Jensen?
Yes.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.